My LCK playoffs predictions. I think DK will win. I feel like T1 should win that. Then, I think Genji will pick DK. Actually, no, they'll probably... Oof, do you pick DK? No, they'll pick DK. And then Genji will beat DK. And then DK will go here. And T1 will face Hammerlife. And Hammerlife will win. And then it'll be T1 DK. And then T1 will win. Sadly.
Hey,
and then we all know what's gonna happen.
Did you see the official post for Munich? See you in a week.
Genji will go to the finals. Hammerlife will fall to the lower bracket. T1 will get their revenge. And it'll be Genji T1. And it's like nothing's ever changed. The last two years of LCK. Genji T1 Classic. And Genji will 3-0 T1 in the finals. And then everyone will say, for fuck's sakes, why did that happen again? That's exactly what happened. Stay safe, Sally. Oh, thanks, bro. No more excuses, no more second chances. One final shot of redemption. Ultimate showdown against DK Frauds inbound. Time to show them what we're really made of. 3-0 Fox fighting. You're made of fucking nothing, cuh. You're made of nothing. You're made of nothing. You're gonna get annihilated. You're gonna get destroyed. And you're gonna get dismantled. And Fear X are gonna get absolutely fisted. Nice graphic, though. Stop using your real name in coffee, drinks, and food when you order things to your house. That's a good idea, actually. When I move, I'm going to do that. Are you going to be in Munich? Yeah. Ran into a KT fan, BDD. Actually, using a different name is smart. What the hell is that in the LEC? They did Sally so bad. They did me pretty fucking dirty. Maybe I will use the name Sally when I order food. No joke. I got a delivery for Sally. If DK loses a game, change your profile picture to this deal. No. I'm not changing my profile picture to nothing. It's not happening. It's not happening. Damon's not losing, and I'm not changing my profile picture. The problem with changing your profile picture on Twitter is it takes, once you change it, it takes you 2 weeks to be able to change it back. I am not allowing myself to look like that for 2 weeks straight. That is just not going to be a thing. Top 3 setup checks. This is going to be a long one. You come over here. Okay, that's my setup. We saw that one.
This is the setup.
Damn, this is my world's final setup. This was the world's final setup. Bro, it was right in front of the fans.
Everything around it.
Was crazy big, bro. This was a floor here as well, the world finals.
Co-streamers. There's the other 5 co-streamers.
Was massive, bro. Worlds was massive.
And that's the stage. That's the setup.
Wait, what's number 1? Oh my god. Bro, where do you find this stuff?
If DMW loses, you have to buy a BNK Fox jersey.
Some first impression.
Why do you find this stuff? POV, watching all the Weibo non-believers lose their bets. Ibai is going to have a watch party for LEC finals, and he wanted to set a low entrance price just so that people wouldn't go in and didn't get tickets. As this happened, the core presentation tickets were free, but Riot is enforcing him to set a certain price. Huh? What is it?
Joder, tío. Riot, de verdad, Riot nos decide hasta el precio de las entradas que tiene que tener la watch party, eh.
He says Riot decides everything, even the cost of the tickets for the watch party.
Señores, esta dictadura debe acabar ya, lo siento. El pueblo debe rebelarse en cualquier
says this has got to stop. It's time to revolt.
momento, Es loco esto,
It's crazy.
O sea, es espectacular. Pero bueno,
It's
un segundito.
absolutely mind-blowing.
Ole, ¿qué tal, Gersijo? ¿Cómo estás?
He said dictatorship. I don't think he meant dictatorship. I think he just said it as like a word.
Esta dictadura debe acabar ya, lo siento. El pueblo debe rebelarse.
I think he's using like a form of expression. He's like, this dictatorship needs to end. It's time for the townspeople to revolt. You know, he's basically saying that it's like it's getting out of hand.
En cualquier momento, Es loco esto.
Jesus. Yeah, I think it's kind of sad that he buys none at the event. I mean, I guess it's nice that he's hosting a watch party though. But yeah, it's really sad he's not at the event. I'm surprised they can't get him at the event. I'm surprised. I'm really surprised. There is a new dev update. Ooh. There is a new dev update.
I'm Paul, aka Probro, the
Oh, yo, let me listen up. Hold up.
newish EP.
Let's go, man.
Hey folks, I'm Andre, also known as Meddler.
And I'm Paul, aka Probro, the newish EP for League. Today is
Chat,
Thursday,
what is EP? What is EP? I thought EP was like a track you dropped. What's EP?
August 8th, so as usual, anything that happens after today won't be covered.
Now, for this dev update, we'll be doing something a little different. We
exactly.
don't have a lot
Yeah.
of really chunky new topics to share, so we're going to be answering some questions we've received from many of you instead. We'll be back with a regular dev update in September though.
So, let's get started.
When are you gonna fix the client? Is that one of the questions?
Okay, so question for you, Paul.
Okay.
From a player in North America. I've been playing Swarm since its release. Will it be permanent? What about Arena?
All right. At the time of this recording, you have all spent over 49 million hours fighting the Primordials. We saw a lot of good player feedback, taking notes for future modes, especially from players looking for ways to play League outside of Summoner's Rift. We want to replicate all the fun and success of Swarm in new modes in the future, so thank you for playing. We haven't decided on Arena's future yet, but we'll be able to talk more about it.
Arena as a concept is awesome. The problem is, it's just dominated by tanks. That's it. Base damage fucking billies run that arena. They just need to find a way to make it a lot less one-sided for tanks.
Our State of Modes update, which
'Cause
includes
every single
coverage
Arena
of
season
Swarm,
was just
Arena,
fucking
ARAM,
tanks.
and the future of modes in
Or
general
Vayne,
in
Kai'Sa.
our next update. All right, so let's go on to this question from Korea. Streamers are having their games sniped by people looking to manipulate the game's outcome. What are you doing to fix this?
Stream snipers.
So we do not condone this abuse, and we're serious about fixing it. We've just shipped some changes in patch 14.15 to make the penalty for declining queues more severe. First penalty now starts at 2 declines instead of 4, leads to a 5-minute suspension, that then ramps up to 30 minutes and then 12 hours. We want to see how this change lands. We're certainly open to additional changes to how the decline functionality works if needs be, but there are some trade-offs from those to things like increasing time to get into game, or putting AFK players into lobbies, making those eventually get reset when they auto-dodge. So, keeping a close eye on the problem, open to further changes if needs be, but there's a bunch of complex trade-offs.
Wait, what is he talking about then? I don't get it. It's just punishing people who don't accept. I don't get it. Oh, I mean, for me, stream sniping was like people watching the game and like intentionally changing the way they play the game from what they can see. They decline when a streamer Q doesn't pop. Yeah, but I mean, I think every streamer these days just hides their client, don't they? Like, how psychotic are you if you don't hide your client in Q?
This one comes from Europe. It feels like ADCs have taken over the game recently, and now I have to play them mid. Is this going to get changed anytime soon?
So we made some changes to ADCs at the start of Split 2.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's why I'm saying, when it said stream sniping, I was like, how are they gonna fix this? What the fuck are they gonna do? But that's fine.
To try and address some long-running satisfaction problems amongst ADC players. That's had some unintended consequences though. We've seen ADCs get a lot more play and high MMR and pro play in other lanes. We've got some changes in flight right now that should be live by the time you see this video in 14.15 and 14.16 to bring their power back down. This is one of those cases where what we're looking to achieve and what we actually achieved didn't quite line up, unfortunately.
Okay,
but as with all these sort of situations, if we miss the mark on something, we'll
sorry,
go back
chat, did they say they're gonna change it before Worlds or not? Like, surely this is not gonna be allowed for Worlds, right?
working on it, try and stick the landing better.
They did.
So
Okay,
from
good.
players in China, it feels like my games are decided by how many fill players there are, especially in Diamond Plus. Are there plans to make autofill players on each team equal?
We care that when you load in, both teams feel like they have an equal chance of winning. So by the time you're hearing this message,
I mean, if I'm
we'll
on
have
a team,
shipped
it's
changes
insta-1.
in mid-August that should better balance the amount of autofilled and secondary players in each team. Now, matchmaking is something we saw a lot of questions on, so we'll do a deeper dive in our next dev update. From Brazil, can you bring back honor opponents?
I mean, short answer, yes. In September, you'll be able to honor opponents again, and you'll be able to honor multiple teammates. We're making some other changes to the honor system as well. We'll talk about those more soon. Okay, next up we got a question from a player in LATAM.
Everyone's saying PogChamp, everyone's happy about that. Everyone's happy about that. Chat, I should honor more. I swear, I never use honor. I never use honor. I should more. It's not even a thing that I like. I just click when my screen pops up at the end of it. I just click someone. Like I just click someone and then I queue up. Is that toxic? I just click. I don't even know what the honor lines are. I don't know what the difference is.
Doing anything to fix people entering my games?
Not you specifically, Andre, but for everybody else on the planet, we definitely want to make changes here because it sucks when it happens to us too.
Maybe
it's
that's
a
a bad
difficult
thing.
space to get right,
I should
but
probably
we're
do it
making some
more.
changes to our detection systems to improve this. We'll have to focus more on a total set of behaviors across more games and things like selling items to buy fairy charms, wasting ult on cooldown, report rate over many games. We're gonna have to study a lot. This work is still ongoing, but we are optimistic that it should have a much higher success rate of detecting griefers. So we're expecting to trial this in the next few months. We also have a devlog that's out now that goes into more detail on both the honor system and our improved griefing detection, so stay tuned. All right, so this next question comes from Southeast Asia. My friends who are new to League are placed too high. They lose a lot, they get flamed, and they don't want to play. What are you doing to fix this?
Okay, so there's 3 things we're working on right now. The first is Vanguard removing bots has made it so the matchmaking system gets much better data about how new players are.
Chat, I would love to see the player base count ever since Vanguard got released. Probably all these bots just got smoked, didn't they?
Actually doing because they're not getting matched against or compared to bots when their skill is being calculated. Second, for new players to ranked, we recently added a 10 normal SR game requirement to all accounts before they're allowed to play ranked at all. That gives us a lot more data on how players' skill will actually perform there, rather than just comparing them to how they did in ARAMs or RGMs or whatever. And then third, we're also currently working on more improvements to how we detect smurfs in general, so that they're placed more accurately. Here we've got a question from, well, actually a lot of players all over the place. Did Vanguard actually stop botting in League, like you said it would? Is Vanguard working?
All right, the short answer is yes, and let me hit you with some stats. Ranked scripting fell below 1% for the first time in 4 years.
Ooh.
Only 1 in 200 ranked games has a scripter, and we have seen very few false positives, but several cases of accounts being stolen or shared with cheaters. Now, cheaters are running out of accounts, so please don't give them yours.
Side note here, if you haven't already enabled email multi-factor authentication, please do. That'll really help prevent this. It'll help you a lot.
Yeah, the way it works is they hack your account and then they sell it, don't they?
There have been some integration bugs, mainly with old or vulnerable drivers or certificates, and we have seen issues with leaving your client running for long periods of time or launching on 2 machines. This can cause issues with Vanguard, and we're working to make sure these issues don't happen again. We haven't seen any Vanguard cause problems with boot looping or bricking machines, but let us know if you experience it. The biggest complaint we are seeing is, why does this have to run from boot? Microsoft is making some changes to Windows, so we may get to a point where Vanguard may not have to do this in the future. We'll see how this goes and give you an update as soon as we can. We're starting to see bad actors move to Mac, so Mac, Vanguard should be coming soon. You can read about that and more today in our dev blog made by our Wizardly Vanguard team.
Next we have a question from a player in North America. Do you have an update on the Champion Mastery emotes that you promised you'd be updating?
We do. We've gone through a few explorations, but we've landed on this. Now, our goal was to respect the previous design players' love.
So much better, bro. Bro, they need some more quality checks. That old one, how the old one got through is crazy.
Figuring out a way to make them look different and updated. We want to get your feedback on this new version, so please do let us know what you think. All right, Andre, here comes another question from players in Oceania, which I believe you're familiar with, yes? Okay, why do you force champions into existing thematics?
So, a lot goes into the process of selecting what theme we're going to use for champion skins.
gang.
Sometimes that's an existing thematic that players really want to see a champion in. Sometimes that's particular aspects of a champion's personality or whatever. But we are going through a bit of an update right now where we're going to put less focus on existing skin lines, as our starting point at least, and a bit more focus on, hey, what does this particular champion need from a new skin? So we're gonna look more at their portfolio, figure out what they're lacking, whether that's skins that really closely align with their base existing theme, or things that actually take aspects of their personality in ways that work but really reinvent them. Like, what if Azir was a practitioner of the law? We want to have that wide range of vibes and
objection
and just like feel
that wasn't the road
these skins in ways that still make sense for the champion they are. Sometimes that means, you'll get things like the B skin line. Sometimes that'll mean things like, Rain Shepherd to really enhance existing champion fantasies. If you want to hear more about how we choose skins, we've got a dev blog out now that goes into a lot more detail. And to spoil some stuff from it, the upcoming Prestige skin list is Zeri, Diana, Swain, and Caitlyn.
Okay, so this one comes from everyone. When are you going to delete Yuumi?
Yeah, so we're not going to be doing that. We're going to be adding Yuumi's sister, Tumi, instead. Tumi will have 2 books, will be permanently attached, We'll have double crit. We'll have a 3-hit, a 4-hit, and a 5-hit passive. Multiple dashes, global ults, yes, multiple global ults, can transform into Lisa and has his entire kit when she needs it, and is also Yasuo Incarnate's sister.
Good memes.
Alright, that's all we have for today.
Good
Let
memes.
us know if you like this format, and we'll try it again sometime. Or if you like, we can try something completely different.
Don't get too wild here.
But also, don't forget to check out the dev blogs we mentioned today.
We do want to take a minute to remind you that this October we'll be celebrating 15 years of League. We'll be sharing some stories from
15
you,
years?
have some missions you can complete for free rewards, all as we ramp up for Worlds 2024.
Thank you so much, and we'll see you on the Rift.
Bye.
15 years? What the hell? What the hell?